There we go. Alright, hello. I wasn't completely sure everyone would be able to make it on a Friday as opposed to a Saturday, but my schedule's a little busy this week. Things going on. Getting ready to move again. There we are. Okay, so I kind of remember. We're at the last, probably last, level of Oystian Lowlands, which looks like it's going to be about the custom lemmings. Alright, Nival Terrarium. The wildlife of Oyst is a fascinating field of study, but this study has certain limitations. Sometimes, in order to understand why creatures behave the way they do, it is helpful to put them side by side with the fauna of the other regions to see which behaviors they have in common and which are different. For example, for a very long time it was held to be universal that monsters, on perceiving a delver nearby, would either beeline towards him or run directly away, as with roach queens. The idea of a monster whose movement pattern did not vary with the delver's location at all was considered just a wild fantasy, until a team of explorers in the cove south of Efelna managed to push their way through the shards and reach a strange island, where they came face to face with creatures of a type they had never seen before. They soon learned that lemmings like the cold and hide away underground when the weather is too mild. In order to study them side by side with the native fauna, terraria had to be constructed to give them an environment in which they could feel at home. Alright. Well, first thing is, what does that scroll say? In rooms with custom titles, click on the title to see the room's coordinates. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that, actually. There... Frankly, the ability to do that might have spoiled one of my levels in my entry to the Troll Holds competition. Because the whole concept was that it doesn't actually tell you anything about where you are. Well, one of the concepts, anyway. Huh. Okay. I probably don't need... Oh, I guess I need to hold this guy still for a minute. Okay, now you... Oh, okay, I need to time it. There we go. Blow that up. Not as complicated as it looks. Let's block and blow. Looks like these bent tail lemmings will turn whenever they hit a wall. Okay. I guess I just need to blow up everything. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Oops, too much. I guess this will work. Oh, I've messed up, haven't I? I have to start with the diagonal one. Okay. Let's try this again. I didn't really think very hard about what I was doing, but I'm pretty sure that will do the job, and then I can just recreate what I did before. Alright, that'll do. Okay, feel the heat. Alright, what's this want me to do? I guess, I suppose I just need to make a path that both of them will follow to the hot tile. Okay. The main problem I have is I don't know how to get to where I need to block off without blocking off something I don't want to. Like in theory, I think all I should need to do is get these two. Right? Okay, maybe that will work. Not quite. Okay. What actually do I need to do? Well, it can only go east if it was trying to go north. So I'd have to arrange for them to be trying to go north while there. Well, I'm sort of thinking ahead to the south part, for which they have to go east specifically from this tile. I mean, if I'm gonna have to do that hard version to solve the room anyway, I might as well just do it twice. I mean, I could partially do it this way. That would get rid of that one. But I don't want to do it that way because that would just not work in the south side. What I'm having trouble with is I'd be able to figure this out much more easily with the number of mirrors, but if I want to try to block something off, I can only do it by taking a path that then blocks more things off, and that's no good. Maybe if I just do this. And then this. That's not quite it, but that does fix it for that one. I can make that happen. That's not quite what I want. If I do this... yeah, that will work. I need need to somehow get this one onto that path going east. How can I force the north one to be going east in one of those rows? Wait, can I not just... No, that won't work. That would do that with... but that's not really what I need. Right, the entire reason that I'm able to get the other one to work is because I'm blocking things like this. And I can keep it from entering this column like that. Something like that. I don't think that's going to work. No, it's not. Really, what can I do with the north one to make it go to the right place? I have to do something without messing up the south one. If I could reach this tile to drop just this trapdoor in a way that didn't screw up anything else, then this would work. But there's no way for me to reach that tile without blocking something that I don't want to block. I need to try something else. I'm finding that room way too hard. Press F7 to toggle a move counter. Okay. Turn around. So I could take a dagger if I wanted to for some reason. So the goal here is to reach this without having killed all of them. That means I need to press that. I don't want to press that one. So I just need something to hold that down. I guess I could take this powder keg if I toggled that. Are they really just functioning as a timer? I don't see any way I can interact with the lemmings at all in this room. I guess they just function as a timer, which is really weird. What's PCMT? forget about efficiency. It's hard enough in this room to work out an order of operations that works in the first place. Yeah, I don't see how I could have done this faster. So I have to press this twice, once to get to the powder keg and once to open the door again. To press this twice, I have to go here the first time with a dagger. To go here the first time with a dagger, I have to hit that. To hit that, I have to have brought a stick with me. So I have to take a stick first before I can do anything about the powder keg, because pressing this the first time gives me access to a powder keg. So I have to get a stick first. I have no other choice but to get a stick first. And before I can get a stick, I have to press this. So I have to go all the way over here first, and then I have to go get a stick. And after getting a stick, the only thing that I can do is go straight to the place where I need it for, which is that orb. So that I can take a... Well, I can't take a dagger yet. I have to hit this orb. And then... No, I do take a dagger. Hit the orb, take a dagger, go all the way over here, and then I have to go take a stick back. And I need the stick because I have to have something that I can use to push this powder keg. And then after pushing the powder keg, I then have to do this again. And that's it. That's as fast as this is possible to go. I didn't waste any time. Like, it's not on the order of a couple of turns. I'd need like 20 more turns to go all the way in and out of where the conquer token is. But there was no inefficiency in my pathing. I'm completely compelled to do things in a specific order. I can't skip doing this. I can't skip getting the stick immediately after doing that. I can't skip hitting the orb after getting the stick. I can't skip getting the dagger after hitting the orb. I can't skip hitting this button after getting the dagger. And after doing that, I have to go back to get the stick. And I have to go over to the powder keg. This is maybe one place where I could be more efficient, but I was last time and it wasn't good enough. There's no way. Literally every move that I'm making is completely compelled. There's nothing to save here. I guess I'll just keep doing it until it works at some point. Like, there's no cleverness here, there's just randomly guess what exact sequence of moves was expected of me. Okay, I guess that was right. I didn't feel like I was doing much of anything different. That particular sequence of moves just happened to be better somehow than the other ones. Maybe this will have a room that's actually about lemmings. This direction. Can I enter this house? No. Okay. So the goal is to hit both of those before this one goes through, I guess. There's some other complicated things going on here. I mean, the only control I have is releasing the 4 lemmings, I guess. So the one that goes through here has to press that only after this one goes through here. This one needs to activate this token before that one goes through. And this one needs to go here at some point. This is completely guess and check room. So I think that one should go first. I want it to hit that exactly when this one is either on that door or just past it. So if I did it here, that would be a little too late. So this, it's too late by a couple of turns. So like this. Okay, that would be exactly on time as far as these two are concerned. What was that? Is that this? Yeah, it was this. So a count of 2 between those. I'm gonna guess that one should come first, maybe. Because it has to open that one. And this one opens the last door for that. Okay, that's putting that one too late. Try this. Yeah, that was it. Okay. What do we have here? Something extremely convoluted involving turn token, arrow tokens. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't understand any of this. Well, I'm pretty sure I need to stab this eye, which would require this door to open, and then this door to open. So I need to hit this first, and then hit that. And at some point hit that. Okay. That would require these fire traps to be off. Somehow. For multiple consecutive turns. There's a random force arrow out in the wild here for some reason. I mean, I have zero comprehension of what the convoluted arrow rotator token setups are supposed to do. That is way too complicated to make any sense of. But you know what I can do? Let's make this guy stand in place for a little bit. And then just stand here myself for a little bit. That doesn't work, but I can do it. What in the world is this supposed to be? I mean, like, am I supposed to fiddle with these in some way that will magically make that work? Because that seems really unpleasant and bad, if I'm supposed to just guess what configuration of these is going to make that work. I mean, I guess that's not it, because Seems like any configuration whatsoever is, other than that one, won't actually let me into the box. I don't know, apparently... So it starts with 4 green. That's not enterable. But it can be entered with 3 greens. I don't... This is too convoluted to figure something out. That's why I'm using the word guess. Like, that's... I would... This is the most reasonable place to try to do that from, but it's not going to work. So it should be done from here. What I think may be expected is that somehow that lemming should stay there while I stay here for several turns. How... I don't even see how this is supposed to start. Like... So the one that activates the first token moves after this thing. Which means that anything it does, it doesn't matter. This will get off of the plate before any tokens can be activated whatsoever. So the arrangement of tokens doesn't matter then, because I can't even... This won't even stay on the button long enough for the tokens to matter. Like, if at the very least this moved before that, then it would be possible to push that north onto there. That would presumably activate the token to keep it from going north. But because this moves first, there's no way for the tokens to even help in the first place. Because I can't be standing over there blocking it. I have to be over here on this button to keep that one from going here and messing things up too soon. So the tokens don't matter unless I can fix that problem, but I don't see how I can fix that problem. I have to be at that button in like 2 turns. Like that. 3 turns from when the first one is pressed, I have to be on the other one. That's not long enough for me to do anything about this to make those tokens helpful. By the time I even try to get over there, it's already hit the broken orb, let alone gone past the door that it's not supposed to go past. I don't get it. I can't even start this room. Forget about figuring out the convoluted arrow token setup. I can't start. I can't see how to start that room. Okay, this looks a lot more reasonable. Like, I understand what this room is asking me to do, and it's something that could possibly conceivably be done. All I need to do with this room is guide the lemming using the rock piles so that it doesn't die and reaches this. Like, I at least understand what this room wants from me. So let's start this one. Okay, thinking about it, it doesn't have to be the case that the clear tiles are the ones that it's turning around on. Like, that's the obvious thing to do, but as long as after it turns, you know, as long as it's on a clear tile when the spikes happen, it doesn't matter. But if I just guess that I should turn it on the clear tiles, maybe I'll get a solution that way. Well, we already run into a problem with this particular clear tile, though. Because it can't... Yeah, okay. If it goes... What does it take? 1, 2, 3? It takes, like... Yeah, so...
Mine what?
Maybe I should try putting a rock pile here and just check what happens. It is on a particular cycle as far as where it can start, I think. Yeah, okay. If I look at that, from there to... Okay, it takes it 10 turns to go from where it starts to where it is again. Yeah, inside of its box, it takes it 10 turns to loop. So I think it has to start by turning there, because anything else will kill, you know, blocking it before that point will kill it, because the spikes will go up exactly then. So it has to start out by doing this. And then after that, the next time it's in danger is this turn. I would want it to go east. Okay, but I kind of need it to go west there to survive. So what I should probably do is just force it to completely turn around. This is going to use up 3 rock piles, but just keeping it alive here is tough enough as it is. I completely didn't even read the title in this one. Okay, there. So I think I need to start out this way. That's going to use up 4 of them. And then after that... Oh, that's even worse. Okay, maybe I have to use yet another one to force it east. Because whatever I was just doing wasn't survivable. So if I do this... This feels like overkill as far as how many piles it requires to do, but... Yeah, this can't be right, can it? I could make it turn there and make it go north, but I think this is a losing proposition. This is using up way too many of my piles. Yeah, obviously I can't have it going south here. I'd need to use 2 more entire piles to... I mean, I guess I could make it... Yeah, I must have made a mistake somewhere because this isn't going to work. I don't think there's any way for this to work. But, hypothetically... Yeah, it's gonna go here, run into that one, and then it's going towards the fire traps to the south, so I need it to go here. What it will do afterward is go and re-hit this pile, and then re-hit that one and start trying to go east, but that's gonna be way too many turns. It'll die before it reaches anything else from there. Yeah. I could force it to turn there, but that's not helpful either. So something must be wrong with this approach. But that is compelled. I have to have a pile there to make it turn there. So maybe the problem is letting it go south. If I do this instead, it will do something different. Oh, well, that's no good. Can't have that. If I try to force it north immediately afterward, then it dies very fast. I mean, there's only so much I can do here. With the set of constraints involved. So I know for sure that I have to have a pile here, because otherwise the lemming just instantly dies. A pile there forces the lemming to go south, and at some point it has to turn around in a way that makes it not die after starting south. So, there? Yeah, that technically works. I think I'm just running into exactly what I did before, but let's keep going. This might be different. If I do that, then it'll be turning when the next spikes happen. I think... No, that's not survivable. Could it... Could it be sent east from there? All I can think of then to keep it from just being in a loop or dying is maybe it could turn here and that would work. No, there's not enough turns. So I can't let it go north. So it has to go another direction. It has to go east from there. If it turns when it reaches that tile, then it should survive. Oh, that's weird. Sometimes YouTube deems things spam for arbitrary, unknown reasons. If you like, I have Carrot on that chat open, so I could read it there. This is exactly the same thing I was doing before. This isn't going to work. But basically every pile that I've placed so far is completely compelled. There's not been a point at which I placed one that wasn't necessary just for it to survive. And not be in a loop. That technically works. I don't feel like it's going to help, but it does technically work. To send it south onto that tile instead of having it turn on the tile that I now have a rock pile on. Goes there. Maybe, I don't know. It doesn't seem very useful. It'll just get killed some other place if I do that. What am I missing? Just trying to do whatever is necessary just for it to survive, and somehow that doesn't work. Force it north from there? I think I already tried that before, but... Oh, right, that doesn't work. Feels like there's no way to use the first 4 piles other than this. Anything else will result in it dying or being stuck in a loop. So the very first actual choice that I have in the room, period, is whether to have it turn around on that spike tile or on this tile that the golem pile is on right now. It doesn't feel like a very meaningful choice either, because neither option really works. I moved something I didn't mean to. I don't know. I have to say, this level feels like a very extreme jump upward in difficulty compared to everything else that's attached to this hub. Okay. So the goal here is to blow that up, I guess. So this is similar to that other room. I'm just supposed to release them at the right timing, whatever that is, so that they push those into convenient places, so that when I light the fuse, things go correctly. So this... it either has to go north or south. If I wanted it to go north, then I would need the lemming that corresponds to this one is that one. I would need this one to go in last if I wanted it to go north. And I would go here. And then this would require one there, and then this would require... I don't think it can go north. This doesn't reach. It has to hit that. No, this... If it goes north, in theory, it could hit that one could hit that one, and then a keg like here-ish could hit that one. So it would theoretically only need 3 kegs if it was going north. But there are 4 lemmings, so I'm sure I need all 4 of them. So that means... I could have one in any of these 3 positions. This requires that one to be specifically at the northwest. So the lemming that goes first... Well, the lemming that's in the north here would have to be exactly in a specific place at a specific time. And let's just imagine what that would look like. It would look like that. So I'd want to light the fuse exactly when the lemming is here. And while it would be helpful if another one could be exactly parallel to it, I know that's impossible, because I can't release any pair of them simultaneously. So this one, which is that one, would have to be... It would have to be at most 2 turns ahead of that one. So it would be... Can that happen? Well, they have differently sized paths. So if I just let these two go... No, they wind up synchronized. Actually, that's good. So those two being synchronized would be helpful. Because then, if this one were lit by that one, then this would hit that, would hit that, would hit that. I do only need 3 for this one as well. I think. So I just need to send... I just need to send the one... that one in like a cycle earlier than these two. Try that. See what becomes of it. That one has to die somehow, so it does need to go through. Is that going to be way too far ahead? I think it is. Yeah, okay. This might be the problem. They can only be off by an entire cycle from each other. They can't be off by just a couple of turns. Not unless I do something complicated and fancy, like try to mess with them after they exit the cages. Right? But not farther down than that. Yeah, I don't think... If I have the first and third one synchronized, then they could blow up both of these, and that would reach this one. Then I would need that one to be well ahead of them. I would need the fourth one to be well ahead of them, but not too far ahead. And it's definitely going to be way too far ahead. that's actually too soon. Yeah, I can do that. Now that one is too far ahead. It would have to be some 3 or 4 turns back. Well, I have access to a spare powder keg. Maybe I am supposed to meddle with them somehow. First, third, fourth, right. If I were to do this... Oh, it would actually push it, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's bad. I was imagining making it, you know, delaying it somehow with the powder keg, but I can't do that. I have to do something to make it on a different cycle. Maybe I can meddle with its cycle like that. It's definitely on a different cycle. I don't know whether this is going to actually work, but it could. Let's just let all 3 of those out at once. And then I'm pretty sure I should light the fuse at this, where the kegs are on the arrows. That's it. Okay, that required some additional meddling beyond just let them out at the right time, but that one was a good puzzle that I could figure out. Oh, I didn't read the title. Mind the step, it says. We all fall down, this one. Take a running jump. Okay. Looks like this one is about how lemmings can interact with platforms, possibly. So hold that down to kill this eye, then hold that down to kill this eye. Seems to be the concept we are going for. So first of all, I need to get this lemming to go west with me on this platform. I knew that would kill me. There we go. Go west. Then it will automatically go north. This is fine. Okay, got it onto the island. go over here. Actually, it going around in this circle is fine. Okay, now it should... Is it on a perfect cycle there, I think? So... Anyway, it doesn't have to be perfect in the first place. Okay, now I just need it to go east. Honestly, I can just let it go that way, and then it will turn around and go that way. Then it will go down. Okay. And that should be that. I'm pretty sure what it will do now is automatically go on a permanent cycle there. That's all there is to that one. Okay. And this room has exits west and east. I'll just try going west next. Going their separate ways. Okay, there's a scroll in this room. Break one mirror before breaking a crumbly wall. Well, first, what does this room want from me? We need to drop this trapdoor to open the passageway here, I guess? Well, we need to get to this eye to kill it. This will open that, which will open that, and then that has to open that. Okay, so what's supposed to happen then is that this lemming... Okay, first I go in here, open the way for this lemming. That lets me through partially. This lemming is definitely going to go in here, and then I have to make it go out this way, so that it can press that and open the way for me to let the other lemming out. And then the other lemming is going to go exactly the same path through the broken walls, no matter what. After which it has to somehow be persuaded to go this way. Despite taking exactly the same path through the walls. Well, the mirrors are obviously supposed to be important somehow. I know that they'll push mirrors around. So the first one's path through these walls should be one that somehow pushes the mirrors around in a way that ensures that the second one will be blocked from going the same way. I'm gonna try the challenge, but I'm not really optimistic about it. So the first one's going to enter. It has to eventually wind up going out this way, but before it does, it has to do something that pushes a mirror into the way of the other one. I think all I need to do is ensure that the first one pushes a mirror southward along its path. So if I make it follow this little loop and put a mirror here so that it'll push it south. Actually, isn't it just going to push it off the edge then? I should test that. If I have things set up like this, does the mirror wind up going off the edge? Yep. Okay. Guess I need to force it to go north first, and then try to do that. Okay, so put it into this row. And then try to do the exact same thing. My end goal is for the second one to just go this way. So I'll want the mirror to be pushed down into this row here. I guess that can't be a straight line though. Yeah, if you've got tar here and you've got a spear in the player's hands, the player could mess things up with a tar baby. Okay, suppose I make a little loop. Then after it traverses the loop, it's going to go like that. So if there's a mirror like there, then the first one's path will have it push the mirror south, and the second one's path will have it push the mirror west, and it'll be blocked by that mirror. I think I mostly have it. Right? So this doesn't need to be here. The second one can be forced north through some walls here, and then I just need to make it go one more tile back to the east. So it'll go here, it'll turn over there. Don't I just want this exact square to be another tile to the east then? I say square, I mean rectangle, of course. That's not right. This is what I need. Okay. I think that should work. We'll see. Yeah, that works. Oh no, fewer mirrors. Okay. Uh-oh. This is a secret room in a level with rooms I'm finding extremely hard. Lock up your lemmings, it says. What even is going on here? We've got golems and a goblin. Some lemmings are around. I guess I need all 4 of these to be pressed down. Well, I guess I just need a lemming to be in here. I think. To press this orb to open the way out. There's a lot more going on here than that, though. So since I have a dagger and not a sword, the only way to get a lemming in there to do what I need it to do is if it's blocked by other things. If I were to let this lemming out, there's this wall in the way, so it would have to be pushed west. It's easier to push it west if it's trying to go south. So I think I just need a golem here. And another one here. And then letting it go north should push it into the box. Oh, not exactly. It should be going south, so I need to reverse that. So one of them should be here, so that the lemming is trying to go south and goes west. To get it into this position, is that even possible? If let completely free, the lemming will walk this square. Great. Move order, man. Move order. I could bring it here, and then there's not a lot I can do from here. I guess... Okay, that actually should work. If I already had one in the right position, that would work. Okay, so... Go back. Back. Okay. So let's put this one here, and then try to recreate whatever it was I just did. Because of move order, I should do that. Wait, let it by. And then I need to push this here. That forces it south, and that guy goes in there. Ah. Okay, so the idea of this room is to achieve that sort of result in all 4 of these different areas with different conditions. So in this one, you have access to a goblin to push him around with instead of, rock golems. Since you have more control over a goblin, you get only a goblin. But basically... I want to achieve the same final end result. Alright, let's go back. Go back. Okay. Here. Let's start with letting it out. Okay. I just need it to go south at some point. Block him there for a second, please. Move order, man. I just want him to stand still there for half a second. For one turn, and of course I can't do that. Well, he's going to... Okay. The lemming is going to turn all the way around there, so I can just do this at the right time. Or not. That works. That works. Good enough. I hope I don't need to take something from one of these boxes and bring it to another. I could just see the game requiring me to do that. I hope I don't need to do that. So here we get 2 rock golems just like the east side, except there's no way to kill them for the most part. I'm not sure how I can do that. I mean, I can... set that up the same as before. Maybe I can make the same sort of solution work. Not impossible for that to be the case. Let's see now, what do I need? Did I go in the wrong... I think I took the wrong one to do that with. I think I need to take this one to do that with. But... it still needs to go to the correct side. Yeah, that's a problem. Might be solvable, but is a problem. That doesn't quite work, but it's very close. Maybe I can just fix it. Yeah? I think this works. I just need to go back around to kill that guy. Okay. And the last one is roaches, which I don't see how that's going to work, but I guess I can try. Okay, that wasn't that bad. And the room didn't require the thing I would consider nightmarish, which is having to take something from one of the boxes and use it in another. Okay. Now I just have to wait for them to decide to let me out. Well, I have to wait for them to be timed right to let me out. Anyway. So the ortho squares were key to making the roach part of the room work. Okay. That was the west side of this big lake thing. Now the east side. Here's some tar for you. What in the world? We're gonna light a fuse. It'll blow this up. It'll blow that up. It'll blow that up. It'll blow that up. It'll blow that up. And then everything will be dead. Except something is supposed to go blow that up too. And we have to kill the last thing before this explodes. Okay, these are all straight line lemmings. So, do any of them matter besides this one? I think my goal is just to get rid of all the obstructions before this one gets killed. Am I wrong? Because all of that is cuttable tar. Okay, I think this is a just do the thing fast and a horde is there too kind of room. Oh, last one out is a rotten egg. Because we need this guy out quickly. Ah. Right. Okay, because I need to clean the room before the last bomb goes off, I have to kill the other ones on my way across. Alongside all the other concerns of the room. I mean, I could kill them... No, I need to kill them. I was gonna say I could kill them or let them or let the bomb blow them up, but I was kind of briefly and falsely imagining breaking the wall and that somehow making the bomb kill them, and that's just not going to work. I can't tell if I'm behind or not yet. I think I might be a bit behind. Not confident that that was better, but... No. I might as well start over at that point. Too slow. Where can I gain a turn? Not like that. Okay, it's worth noting that the bomb destroys the the southern queen. So I really need to focus on hurrying up and getting to the north. I just can't get away from that explosion if I try to hurry that way. Maybe this is better. Oh, except that doesn't kill the north guy. I have to get up to him. this work? Just barely. Alright. Exciting. To the east. This has doors that will open, and I can let both of them out. Lemmings in the attic. There's something going on over there. I don't really know what. That lets the queen out. Queen spawns something there, which makes those toggle. Then that lets the roach go, so it can die, and the queen can spawn again. That would make that toggle again. But eventually, this has to kill everyone that's left. So we want this to toggle 3 times. Then I have to get through here. That'll be open, and then I have to press that. Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do, more or less. The first thing is I need to get this out of the box. So, I'm pretty sure that because I need this to be pressed multiple times, and that's a force arrow that would stick something in place, what I'm supposed to do here is set up a machine so that this is always exactly in the way when that one tries to go somewhere other than this row. So I need something that makes that one repeatedly press this and then get blocked by this one. The most ideal thing would be if it's blocked in such a way that it never leaves that row. I don't know whether that's possible or not. So the first thing is to figure out some way that this one can even be in a not too large of a loop in the first place. I think I need it to be a little farther to the east for that to work. Not that far east. I don't know, where... There's not really anything that can work as a good obstacle in most of this area. Maybe there? It's gonna go way to the south though, and I don't like that. That's too big of a path. That's way too long of a path, isn't it? I guess I should check before I just assume it is, but it feels like it's going to be. The nice thing, I guess, about this room at least, is I don't have to go into the enforcement mechanism to test whether or not my solution is going to have a chance of working. I can test it from out here and see whether or not it will repeatedly press the button. Oh. one I need to block moves first. That's really annoying. Was that really necessary? Could it not have moved second? Okay, well, this looks like it might work. You know, I didn't think about it, but the bomb's placement is kind of a hint that they need to be stable in an area that this can reach at some point. Okay, it looks like this is going to work, so I'm gonna give it a try. I guess I could have had the queen spawn the first roach earlier. That's fine. This is a neat little machine kind of thing to set up. And there's a good number of hints as to how it should behave and, you know, where it should be and all. Alright, just wait for the right timing to blow them up. Okay. But there is a path to the north from here that goes even deeper. The Great Lemming Caper. And it looks like this is the end of the path at this point. So I think I enter from here, then these need to be toggled a few times, then I'll hit that, from which then I need to go here, and that needs to be toggled a few times. Also this, what is going on here? Okay, I'm pretty sure what that is that I'm supposed to have the two lemmings always press these two multi-presses simultaneously. I'm pretty sure that's what that's about. It's just a little bit complicated to understand. And all these fire traps are to ensure that the lemmings have to be blocked only by the golems, basically. I mean, I have 6 golems. Is there any reason why I can't... I mean, 6 is even too many for what I'm thinking of. I only need 4 for that. Wait, no, I need more than... Okay, yeah. I bet I need to do something that involves bonking them against each other in the middle. Because otherwise I'd need 8 golems to do the thing that I was initially thinking about. So a lemming that's going west needs a guy to the north and to the west. A lemming that's going east needs a guy to the east, obviously, and to the south. And then I want the 2 lemmings to bonk into each other in the middle. Like that. Or maybe like this. Setting this up is going to be kind of tricky. Oops. But with Bethro playing the role of the other lemming, this is basically what I want to see. I just need to figure out how to get them started. Is that it? That's it. That's what I needed. Get everything going. Now everything is perfect. And I can go stab them now. I mean, realistically, I don't even have to stab them. I can just let them walk themselves into fire traps. There we go. 15th place. Sure. So that's the level exit there. And I think I've explored every other way that there is to go. That's not actually room exits in that room. Leaving just the 3 rooms that I find difficult. Very difficult. And I guess... Oh, wait. This leads to another room, so I really had better do this one first. So will all of my experience figuring out the rest of this level translate into any help with this room? Probably not. Because the fundamental issue I have with this room is something very different. So I can get the south one to go where I need it to go with this configuration. And that's exactly what I'll do in the south side too, which is identical to this one in every way, except you're not allowed to use that one tile. So I might as well use the same template on the north and the south. So how can I make the north one go to the same path as the south one? If... I think... What I have to do is make that one go east on any of these 3 rows. I have to make this one go east on one of these 3 rows, but really just one of these 2 rows because it can't touch that tile. So I could do that if I could place an obstacle here or here. But there's no way for me to get to either of those locations because of the fact that I'm working with trapdoors instead of something like broken walls or mirrors. Anything I do to try to move into this area to fix things is going to break things worse because this one's path will be influenced by that. I can't go to the central part of the area at all because any path that leads me there is going to be a path that cuts off the lemming that I'm trying to guide. That's annoying. Look, YouTube, look, you think this person is the #1 viewer. Why can't you at least let this person's stuff go through? Chat, be seen by me. That's so annoying. Yeah, for all of the horrible things that Twitch is about, for all of the irritation that Twitch has brought on, it never usually did that. Well, I have CaravelNet chat open, so if something you're sending me is being blocked on stream, you can always send it to me there. It's just really irritating that YouTube is like this. Oh, were you just seeing the delay of the stream? I refuse to retract my complaint about YouTube, though. Anyway, what do I do with this? Like, the problem is that any solution that I try to come up with is essentially got to be one that would work on orthosquares. Because the lemmings will only ever move orthogonally. So I can't rely on anything that would require me to go to the center and do something and come back. But I don't see how there's any other way to do this besides going to the center and doing something and coming back. If I force that one south immediately, does that achieve anything? Of course not. What in the world am I supposed to be able to do in this room? I just don't see anything that can work. Wait, is it? Can I just... No, I can't do that. As very convenient as that would be. I was thinking, can I just do something like this, but that's not going to work. I mean, that lets one of them out, but never both of them. Something arbitrary like this? No, that immediately lets that one out. I don't understand why this room includes as part of its own packaging what should be the hard mode secret room for this room. Why are those both just halves of one room instead of being two rooms? Like, this is difficult enough without the added restriction created by the hard mode side. Cool. I don't know how this is supposed to work. I've tried everything I can think of. Like, I've resorted to trying to randomly bump them against each other in hopes that something will work that way, and it doesn't seem like it's going to. Especially not in a way that will work when that one tile is not usable. Like, is there something really simple that I'm missing? Because I don't see how there... I don't know what there could be. I mean, I can get the south one to go in very easily, and then the north one is just seemingly impossible. Like, the south one is dead easy, the north one refuses to work. Is it? This feels closer to working. I can push it south whenever. So I can push it south almost immediately. I don't want like that. No. I can push it south and put it on some rectangle. If I block that off, then it could be on this. I could take a bite out to make it just go north and south from there. That doesn't help, but I could. If I could teleport into the middle of the trapdoors and just drop this one without having to use a path that forced me to drop other ones that will get in the way, just drop this one, then that would be perfect. Is there any way whatsoever that I can just drop this one without completely messing everything else up? That completely messes everything else up. Every path to this trapdoor makes it impossible to use the idea that I wanted to use. I don't know what's supposed to work here. No. Like, I could get the north one to go in by itself if the south one wasn't there to where I have to leave its path open. Probably. Some way I can force them both onto the same path and make it work that way? Probably not. If I do that... I don't know, maybe that can work? If I just drop this... Is that it? Yeah, that should work. So I don't know, I just found this extremely hard to make work. But that should do for both of them then. Okay. I don't know, it's just really hard to come up with this path for me personally, I guess. Oh, this is a secret room. I don't technically have to do it. I should take a look at it at least. I mean, I have to do it eventually at least. Have to is a strong word, but I want to do it eventually, so I might as well try it now. So this is a classic do things in the right order thing. Looks like the right order is also a bit not obvious. So this one, then this one, then the far northeast one, then the next one in, and then the center. Okay. So the first thing I have to do is make it go south onto that one. So that should do that much. And then I have to make it go north onto that one. So from here, it's gonna go around. Actually, I think I could get away with just doing this, right? That should be enough to make it hit the first two plates. And then I can see exactly what to do to hit the third one. Just right away. Because after it hits that one, it's gonna come around, and then I can just bite this off to make it go here. And then it'll go... Let's see, it would have gone... So far it wouldn't have been here, and I can use that spot to make it go that way. And then, after hitting that one, maybe I can make it turn around, so it'll be going south in that same column. So let's just test this so far. Hits that, hits that. Okay, I don't have to do something... Well, actually... Why don't I just... Okay. I'm basically done then. Because all I actually need to do is instead of that, instead of this one, I just need to take out that one. I have the distinct opinion that the order of these two was reversed. This is the easy one. That was the hard one. This is way easier than that one. Why? I don't know. I guess it's just me, but I think this is vastly more difficult than what I had to do in the room that's the secret one, which I didn't read the title of. Hang on. Perseverance. I don't know. That seemed way easier. Windows wants to let me know that it didn't find any viruses, by the way. Okay. I want to put this one off. This one. No, this is also one I wish I could put off. I thought I tried, like, everything that I've done in this room so far is a compelled action. Like, I don't have a choice but to do that thing up to a certain point where I've used up so many piles that it's not, like, clearly I can't actually do it anymore. So I have to be missing something, then. Can I get it all the way here? Probably not. I don't think it can survive that long. Let's see. Because, you know, something I've been doing has to be wrong. No, there's no way. It cannot get all the way over there. It won't even go east from there at all. I really wish I could turn off the 4 spikes while I'm setting this one up. It's such a pain. If I try to force it north, it doesn't work. It won't go north from there. It has to go all the convoluted long way around that it possibly can before it'll ever be willing to start going north. I bet if I try to make it turn and go to the tile northeast of the first one it hits, it's not going to work, but I'll try anyway, because I am running out of ideas that could possibly work. That's not the right spot. South of there. West of there. Not south. West of there. Yeah, no, it dies while turning if I try to do that. So it can't be that. So no matter what, I have to use half of the piles just to get it to start going east again. And then I need to block it so it'll die, so it won't die. And it has to be blocked at one of these 2 spots in order to not die. But doing that uses up most of the other piles and doesn't achieve anything as far as getting it over toward the button. Like, there is no way I can do anything with the first 4 piles other than this. Everything else gets it killed or puts it in a permanent loop. That's not helpful. And this wouldn't be helpful because it would just get stuck in a loop. Tried everything. This set of movements is compelled. Like, it dies otherwise. It is absolutely 100% required for it to turn there. There is no way it can survive anything other than turning right there. Once it's turned there, I have 2 options. I can send it south, which is what I've been doing, Or I can send it west, which will just put it in a permanent loop. So it has to go south from there. Once it's gone south from there, it has to still live, so it has to be sent here. There's no other option but to send it right there. What else am I gonna do? Everything else kills it. I could make it turn north here, but then it dies going north. There's no way for it to go far enough north to not die. I mean, I can't even put it into a survivable loop from there. I mean, I guess I can, but that's not helpful. So it has to be sent east somewhere other than right there. If I try here, it's going to die. If I try here, it's going to just die. Like, this is the most optimistic place that it could go that won't put it in a loop, because that's the closest spot that it could go towards from here, and that's still too far away. If I don't send it into a loop from here, then it will just die, because clearly it can't make it to this tile without dying. So that's too far for it to go and survive. This is exactly the upper limit of how far it can go north without dying, and it puts it in a permanent loop, which is useless. Which of these piles is in the wrong place? The first one can't be. The second one can't be. The third one can't be. All of them are completely necessary for it to survive. Putting them in this configuration makes this one going here necessary for it to survive. Like, it has to do this. That's the only way it survives out of the gate. Because of the timing that it starts out with. If I could make it start out with a different timing, maybe I could put it somewhere else, but I can't. Because it's designed specifically to be on a 10-turn loop. There's nowhere else that it can go that thing will live. Let's try literally every tile. If it's anywhere too far to the east, like way over there, for example, then it dies. What the... Really? How did it not die? Okay, I guess that's what I was missing. Fine. I guess I should try here. It lives if it goes there. What do I want it to do from then? I could probably get away. With it going there. think it needs a safe place too soon to send it west from here. North from there. Yeah, that will work. Actually, when... I think I just need to push this west there. Maybe. Yeah. Then maybe it can go east from a tile farther along than that. Oh, I wanted to go farther than that. I wanted to go here. Right? And then I've got 4. I just need to get it the rest of the way into the pocket. Alright, well, thank you, and I'm sorry. I got really frustrated because I fixated on something that wasn't true. I feel like that's a very common experience. When trying to solve something that has a lot of open-endedness, you can miss the very simplest part of it, I guess. I don't know, I won't make any excuses, but I got legitimately a little frustrated with that because I was missing something kind of obvious. Maybe I can use the last 3 to just force it east from there? Like, it'll be here. Well, no, it has to... That's probably not right. Let's just try this. That can't be it. That's going to get a kill. Another tile south. I mean, in theory... maybe another tile south? Try something dumb, not expecting it to work, but... maybe. That could be it. Will it survive turning and going in from there? I don't feel like it's got enough turns to do that. Alright, let's take a look. In theory, we'd like it to just then go in. But I don't think that's going to work. I don't think there's enough turns. Yeah, that's just barely not enough turns. So that can't be right. I'm reasonably confident about the starting few. starting 4 or so. Is there something weird I can do with the rest? I think working backwards a little bit. The best hope for success would be... Okay, since I know this one is too far away for it to work, the best hope for success would be if it goes north across this one, hits the tile or hits the pile there, and then goes east. So the only way for it to be going north from there would be if it hits something going west from here. I don't think that could work. Maybe the first 4 are wrong then. If I pull this down a little bit, down southwest a little bit, maybe it'll hit that one. Yeah, but that wouldn't be any good. There. That might force this to be moved south. Yeah. And then we run into a slight problem with that. Could go like that, maybe. Nope. I think this would just wind up in a loop, right? Yeah, that's a survivable loop. Not helpful, really, but it is a thing. I guess I'll try this, then. Did first felt rather promising, but didn't work in the end, for reasons of kinda not enough space. Could it be made to turn entirely around on that tile? I don't think this will work, but... I mean, it can, but then there's nowhere for it to go and live if I do things that way. Right. I think working backwards, it has to be that it goes through here. Because if I try to make it go through here, then runs out of time and dies before it can reach the button. And it has to be going north to be willing to go east. And since there's nothing else in the east path, it has to be that it hits a safe tile while it's going north. So this has got to be where it is at the end. It has to be going north from here. So how can I make it be going north from here? It would have to do something like hit this, then go like that. It seems like it might take too many turns, but... yeah, especially since there's nothing safe for it to hit on the way there. Any other way it could be made to go north, to go east? If it went south and then west and then east, that could technically work. Like if it went down, then west. It feels too complicated to work, though. To make work. Like, the obstructions have to be there from the beginning. If it hit this, went... no, that will survive. That's the minimal little square that it could do, and it would die there. If it could be going north through this one, and then hit a pile there, that would work. So how could it be going north through this one? Okay, so a pile here and a pile there. I don't think there's any way for it to reach this safely, though. Since this entire... Could this work? Could this work? So I need it to be going south from here, which... it could do if it ran into that there. So that means I need it to hit something. I want it to be going east here. Hang on. Make sure I'm thinking about this right. I think my timings are wrong. Possibly. Because it has to be safe like that. I must have gotten something mixed up at some point, but... right, that would work. Then... hits this, trace this back, it's turning all around here. Yeah, that would work. That would. Okay. So it should go... from there. Yeah, it should come from here, so it needs to be going east from here. Which it could do if it's turned by a rock that's right there. Okay, and then it has to be going north to here. could do that if it came from here. So put a rock there. Right. And then I need it to be going... So... I've got 2 more turns left. More or less. Okay, so I need a rock here. Here, right? Probably. I think that's it. I got really tired of working backwards, so I hope that's it. Ah, that seems to be it. Oh, except that that's in the way of actually finishing. It's only in the way because it's too far east. Can putting one here fix it? Oh, what the... No, that messes up the timing somehow with the rest of it. How, I don't know, but it does. That was the only idea I had, was to work backwards from there. That seems like it should be the right way to do it. I'll go... Have I moved the wrong rock? Wait. No, I'm not thinking of it backwards correctly. What change can I make to make it work? I swear the end has to go that way. Because like, it has to do something that makes it safe, like a brief enough time before that point. There's only so many options that are close enough, and it has to be going north and then turn east, so it can't be anything to the north of the target. It has to be one of these, like, 3 tiles, and this one, like, there's no way to make this one work. Because there isn't a way to, like, work backwards to anything good from here. I don't think. And this one is, like, too far away, so it's not of any help. There was some reason I eliminated this one from working. I don't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure it can't work. I think the problem is there's no real good way to get it to be here in the first place. Like, the only way that it could be here going west to be able to turn north is if it came from this column, and there's nothing safe in this column. And if I'm using that for the rock pile, then trying to push it, I'd have to push it around through here, and that's definitely too far away. So it can't be this one. It has to be that one that it goes through. Neither of the other options that are presented could work. It has to go through this one to finish the job. So if it has to go through this one, then it's presumably going through this one right when it's hitting. It has to do something that involves turning around. Well, it has to go through this tile, so I can't have something on this tile. That's the thing. I think I tried the other possibilities for where to turn it around. If I try to turn it around here, then it hits this safe tile too soon, and there's no safe tiles close enough for it, so it has to go to this one. And then from this one, it needs to be coming south. something? I must have moved something. Didn't I? I'm getting confused. Just double check. This is the almost solution, right? Yes, except... Right. I really wish I could turn the spikes off during the setup part. Yeah, this is the almost solution that doesn't work. But as far as I can tell, using this and that, whatever. Did I move that one? I don't remember moving that one. Why did... I've been staring at this too much. Right, okay. Trying to twist my head the right way to think about this in backwards is really not easy. Right, it comes through here. Is there some other way it could go before this point that might work? Because that set, I think, is needed. Could it go through here? Could maybe go through here. So it's... Okay, it hit that one. It would have turned from there. So put a pile over here. And don't die. Okay. So it's... Okay. It's gone back from here. Like that. And... to get here... could come from here to get there. Have to turn this way. Then it would have to turn here. How could it get there? It could only get there by doing this, but it won't survive doing that. This room is just way too hard. It requires way too much, just like... There's too much to keep track of, there are way too many things that you can do. It's just... it's too much. Normally have something backwards because I've been staring at this for way too long. Yeah, I have something backwards. For the lemming to go north, it has to be going west. So for it to be here, it has to have come from this way, like this or something. I don't think I can make that happen. In theory... No. No, what I was going to say wasn't right. So put one there. Put one here. I think this is the same problem I was having before. There's no way for it to be going south in this row. I don't have any more golem piles to work with. This room is just too hard. It's too hard. And I have no idea still how this one's even supposed to start. Like, never mind figuring out how the rotator tokens are supposed to be set. I don't even see how it can be started. Like, I can't even... I can't even make that thing stay long enough for the tokens to matter. Because it moves before the one that activates the tokens. And I can't, as far as I can tell, that no other configuration of the tokens would allow me even into the area. No other overall direction or whatever. Because the mere act of something stepping on one of these buttons immediately starts the mechanism, I can't... Like, what I want to do is make it where that's trying to go west while standing there, because then it would actually stay there. But I can't do that because I have to be all the way over here way sooner than I could be for that. Like it... Do I need to go on a button first and then somehow it goes on a button afterward and stays there? Like that, except it somehow... No, it would... There's only space for it to go somewhere if it's coming from the south. And there's no way for the tokens to make it stop soon enough if it's coming from the south. This. Oh great, now I can't go on the button at all. This, or whatever, this. I think this is how it started. I don't think this works. I just want to know how I'm supposed to start this. How is it supposed to be possible to even make the lemming stay on that button for a single solitary turn without me holding a sword in front of it? Because nothing seems to work for that one basic thing. I mean, I think maybe I'm onto something, but as far as, like, doing this, but it's not working still. I tried tried making both of these red, and that didn't work for some reason. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, it doesn't work because all that does is make it face now north. Ah, Sorth. What is Sorth? Sounds like Weast. Oh, that's... like, no matter what, either it won't go on the button at all, or it won't keep from moving. Oh, never mind. I guess this is what I was needing to do. Okay. So it has to start that way, I guess. And then... I'll just... I mean, I know it that 4 of them have to be green, so I guess I can just shuffle the 2 remaining green ones around until I find a setting that works. So, move it over 1. I guess I was pushing the button too soon, which is what my real source of confusion was. Okay. Move it over again. Yeah, I'm honestly happy to even have managed to start this room. Kinda. That doesn't quite work, right? But it's closer, maybe. Should I shove this one over, or is that gonna break things? That doesn't seem to break things. Maybe I should push it farther over. Like over here. I guess this checkpoint is here for a reason. Okay, that, I guess, is it. Alright then. Well, I solved one of these rooms, at least. I think this one, I really probably just need a picture of wherever the piles are actually supposed to be. But, maybe I'll save that for next week. I'm gonna be back on the laptop next week, so the audio and things might look a little or sound a little bit different. Hopefully nothing will be broken. At least as far as I know, I'm going to. I mean, I could keep using this, but we'll see. Anyway, at least I got most of the level done. But man, this level was much harder than its peers, I feel like, on average. It had rooms that weren't that hard, but it also had rooms that I found really difficult. So I don't know. I mean, you know, I got really stuck on this room beginning for no good reason, because I got really fixated on something that wasn't true. So maybe coming back to it with a fresh head will help me figure it out, or I don't know, I could go open MS Paint and try to figure it out there, but I really just need a break from looking at this room even. Otherwise, if I want to solve this room, I need a break from looking at it, or else, you know, if getting a break from looking at it doesn't help me, then I'll probably just need to beg for a solution picture, but I'm not going to look at one just yet. I should at least give it another try without the added frustration and mental haze of being stuck on that one idea that didn't work. So, anyway, come back next time, hopefully finish this level, get on to the exam of this chapter, I suppose, which will be a thing. But farewell for now, thank you for watching. I'm sorry if I was a little more sour. I don't know, I can tend to get frustrated pretty... it's a little weird, because I think I've mentioned this before quite a while ago during the Alphabet streams or something. Part of the way that I enjoy a video game when it gets hard is by expressing frustration. It is possible for that to hit a threshold where I'm no longer enjoying myself, but I can sound really angry when I'm actually having fun. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing, and it's a little hard for me to work on or fix. I did try to avoid the use of the word impossible today without putting seems in front of it. Maybe that was successful, I don't know. Anyway, I know this hold is only going to get harder, and there's going to be more things that are actually seriously supposed to be really hard that I might get extremely stuck on. I hope you'll bear with me when it gets to that point, but we'll see. Anyway, we thought about giving you a whole lot of nothing, but instead we're giving you a better babysitter than a Yeti.